This recording is going to be in just one piece. So, whatever happens around me, it's not going to be taken out. It's, in a way, live and spontaneous. March 8th is International Women's Day and is celebrated worldwide. When I was a child, we used to give our mothers a card, and around that time, there were those bunches of snowdrops, extremely flagrant and beautiful to see, to hold. Um, Everything was beautiful that day. And when I came to the United States, and I would tell my friends about International Women's Day celebrated on March 8th, unless they were from the former communist bloc in Europe, they would look at me like, that's not true, you're not right. And it's true to this day. If you go inside a magazine, I mean a store, if you go inside a store, you would see that they are already making us ready for Easter, or on very rare occasion, Passover. Easter is still predominant. And then probably the next thing that the stores will prepare us for would be most likely, I think, the 4th of July, Independence Day. The bottom line is for International Women's Day, there is no product. So without a product, people would like, they don't know. It's amazing. It's fascinating and sad, so sad that something is correlated with an object. And not only that, but it's correlated with a mass produced object. I was born the day after the International Women's Day, and I'm thinking of my mother. How much did I pain her? For how many hours was she in labor? Did she enjoy that day? And if so, how? All these questions will remain unanswered because my mother died when she was extremely young. I was robbed of certain things in my life, and this is one of the things that I was robbed of. When I became a mother, I would have loved to share with her so many things, but that's not possible. I can imagine certain dialogues, I can reconstruct certain scenes, episodes from my life with her, and the other ones whom I lost or right now are far away. Um, but those questions, for how many hours did I pain my mother? For how many hours was she in labor? Those I just cannot answer. That's one thing. And I know she would have loved to hold my son. She would have loved to watch me develop myself into a mother. And she would have definitely loved the story of my becoming a mother. And I share with her soul today. It is 2005. I go to the hospital. Mircea delays his birth with 1 week. And I enter the hospital and I'm asked for my ID and social security and medical insurance and my favorite color and how many lovers I would like to have years from now in the future. All these beautiful things while I'm in extreme pain. And I just raise my voice and say, I need to be admitted into the hospital. And I am. And once I'm in, the pain, of course, is stronger and stronger. And I ask, where are my drugs? I need that epidural as soon as possible. And of course, my voice is definitely on high volume. And this nurse reassures me, everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Do not worry. Just wait a little bit. And then she approaches to me and she whispers, could you please be quiet? This is a hospital. Well, yes, I was aware there was a hospital. but I was also aware that I was in pain. So I said louder, where are my drugs? I need my drugs. I told this story many times to Mircea. And what I would love one day to happen with this story is to see it read, performed, whatever, from his perspective, from a completely different angle. I would love to have something like this. I knew my mother's voice. I knew her giggles. I knew when she was up. I knew when she was down. But up until that day, I have never heard my mother cry so loud, so hysterically loud. And I guess I just wanted to come out because I wanted to see her. I wanted to reassure her that everything will be indeed just fine. Motherhood is definitely a blessing. Some women get to experience that, others do not want. It's fine either way. Motherhood is also tough. And one day, science will definitely come to our rescue, and we will be just given a break. Kids will be made in a petri dish. Let's face this is the future for procreation. But until then, all the men in this world were once in the womb of a woman. Of course, we women know that. And all I want is on International Women's Day is to acknowledge all the women in our lives, whether we have a biological connection to them or not. That's irrelevant, because the traditional family is not as important as love and respect. Both of these elements are. Celebrate.